Hey everybody, Horror Hollywood here. First off, I just want to say, give a shout out to Scholar Grimm, because he's honestly the reason, the whole reason started making videos to begin with. I started watching him, and I realized, hey, I got swords and knives. Why don't I start making videos? Except I'm like the discount version. I'm not as smart when it comes to blades and blacksmithing and the creation and the use of them, and I'm not as charismatic or have good video quality. So I'm basically, yeah, the discounted version of him. But, yeah, shout out to Skologram for not suing me for stealing his idea. Big preach, man. But today I bring you the Honshu Broadsword. You know, this thing I got for about 200 bucks from Budk.com, not counting shipping and handling. Big old hunk of metal. It's got a 33 and 3/8 inches blade, 43 inches in total. It's got 1060 carbon steel for the blade, a stainless steel pommel, which is basically a freaking doorknob by this point, and a TPR hilt. It actually does come with a nice wooden scabbard with a belt loop, which is very nice. This thing I actually like a lot because it's actually thick. Probably knock somebody out with that. And it actually holds it pretty well. It's not really that much shaking for it. And the belt loop here is really nice. I did have a sword before that had a belt loop with a belt on it, which was, I believe, it was the Demon Skull sword. I made a review on it on YouTube here. But the sheath was made of very bad material, and so was the belt for it. It kind of tore as soon as I took it off the very first time I tried it. So having something like this, a very hard scabbard, is very nice. And yeah, I like it. The only other sword that I ever had that had a wooden scabbard was my katana, which unfortunately I don't have anymore because I gave it to my uncle before I moved down to Texas. But yeah, anyways, we'll get another one at some point. Hopefully a better one. But yeah, this thing was about 200 bucks. It came with oil on the blade. Now you can only see the sheen on it, but it's got some oil on there. And you know what? I never really knew that if you touched blades, it could actually, the oils from your skin can actually damage the blade. So the oil kind of keeps it refreshed and hydrated, which I think is pretty cool. Learning something new every day. And it's actually double-edged, which is a little different from my katana. So it's a little weird sometimes because the one two-handed sword I ever had was my katana. So it's a little weird having a dual-bladed, especially with the hilt. My katana had just the same thing the whole way down, where this has like one good spot for the hand and one that kind of fits on the pommel as well as on the hilt here. You can see this. Try not to die here. Right there. It's got kind of like a alligator sort of skin to it right there, ribbed on the other side. Ribbed for your hand's pleasure. And it's a really nice blade. It's got some heft to it. It might be a little bit heavier than my katana that I had. And the crossguard is really nice too. There's nothing really loose. Sometimes it does kind of feel like that though. I don't know why, but it's full tang. It's got 2 screws there and one at the end of the pommel. And it mostly feels like one solid construction. There's really nothing in there. It's got some nice curves to it. Look at that. Yeah. I haven't really done any testing with it. I've cut some very thin branches that have been in my backyard, probably about the width of a straw, so nothing really heavy. I've done that. That's really about it. I might do some more testing a little bit later. Fortunately, I'm not rich enough to continuously buy tatami mats, so milk jugs and water bottles will have to do. But this thing is one of the biggest blades I've ever had, and it's got some nice weight to it. Certainly feels like I could actually chop something in half with this. What? Yeah, I'm not good with swords, but at the very least, I know keep the edge away from you. Well, just because I say no doesn't mean I follow that rule. But yeah, it's got some nice weight to it. It doesn't have that decent of an edge, though. Unfortunately, that's one problem I have. I mean, it's not like I can't sharpen it myself, but it's got a very bare minimum edge to it. You can certainly still hurt yourself. You still certainly cut down a tree, or not a tree, but some thin branches and stuff with this thing. But beyond, battling the demons and the dragons like they do in the cartoons, yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah, unless you sharpen it down a little bit. Which, go away, fire. Go away, smoke. I don't need you. Apparently, I'm trying to light my backyard on fire. Don't you love Texas? But this is going to be one of the best blades I've ever had. At some point, I will eventually sharpen it down, give me a nice, better edge to it, because as of right now, first of all, I think I need to learn how to sharpen a blade, because I've had a bunch of people show me, but I've never been good at it. I like knives, I like swords, I like axes, but I suck at sharpening them. Anyways, I'll leave a link down in the description below if you ever want to check out the sword. As of right now, this is definitely a highly recommended item if you like broadswords, swords in general. It actually would make a nice wall decoration too. Do cosplay with it. Actually, I don't think you can actually take real blades into a cosplay thing. So that might not be the best idea. But as for it, yes. I haven't really felt any damage to it. There's no dent in the blade. My only real criticism would definitely have to be just the edge itself. I mean, with everything else that comes with it, the scabbard is great, the sheen is nice, blade looks excellent, everything feels really well put together, but the only thing I gotta say is the edge. If I want to get a sword like this, I'd like it to have razor sharp edge, where I can cleave through the demons. Stabby, 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 stabby. So, yeah, if you want to check it out, I'll leave it down in the description, link down in the description. And hopefully I will not have a lawyer come to my door anytime soon. Anyways, it's been Horror Hollywood. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.